pores, we try to give that runoff somewhere to go. Most cities are organized so the streets serve as the first path of flow for rainfall. Individual lots are graded with a slope toward the street so that water flows away from buildings where it would otherwise cause problems. The standard city street has a crown in the center with gutters on either side for water to flow. This keeps the road mainly dry and safe for vehicle travel while providing a channel to convey runoff. But the streets aren't the end of the line. Eventually the road will reach a natural low point and start back uphill, or will have collected so much runoff that it can't hold it all in the gutter. At this point the water needs a dedicated system to carry it away. In the past it was common to simply put all the runoff from the streets directly into the sewage system. It's a well-developed network of pipes flowing by gravity out of the city. Why not use it for stormwater too? Well, there's actually a really good reason not to do that. At the end of each sanitary sewer system is a wastewater treatment plant that was almost certainly not designed to process a massive influx of combined sewage and stormwater runoff at the whims of Mother Nature. In the worst cases, these plants have to release untreated wastewater directly into waterways when it's too much to be stored or processed. That's why most cities now use municipal separate storm sewer systems, usually abbreviated as MS4s. These are networks of ditches, curbs, gutters, sewer pipes, and outfalls solely dedicated to moving runoff from everywhere in the city to the natural waterways that eventually carry it away. These inlets aren't just places for clowns to hang out. They usually represent a direct path between the street and the nearest creek or river. Just to be clear, there's not usually any type of treatment happening along the way. These sewers are not for waste. Whatever you put in the storm sewer system goes directly into a waterway, so please don't dump stuff in there. It's easy to see why cities try so hard to get stormwater out as fast as possible if you look at the floodplain. This is just the area most likely to be inundated during a major flood. Land is one of the most valuable things within a city, but its value goes way down if it's exposed to flood risk. No one wants to build something on land that could be flooded. That being said, humans are notoriously bad at assessing risk, and no matter where you look, you're likely to find development near creeks and rivers. Getting the water out quickly reduces the depth of flooding and thus shrinks the floodplain. That's a big reason why you see natural waterways in cities enlarged, straightened, and lined with concrete. You can see in my demo, for the same amount of flow, the channel with lots of vegetation moves water more slowly and thus at a higher depth. The channel with smooth sides gets the water moving faster and thus reduces the depth of flooding. But channelization isn't all it's cut out to be. It's ugly for one. No one wants a big dirty concrete channel as part of their surroundings. But channelization also worsens flooding downstream for the next guy and degrades the habitat of the original waterway. It didn't take long for cities to realize you can't just keep widening and lining channels to keep up with the increased runoff from more and more development. That's why most cities now require developers to take responsibility for their own increase in runoff. By and large, that means on-site storage for stormwater. Retention and detention ponds act like mini sponges, absorbing all the rain that rushes off buildings, streets, and parking lots, and releasing it slowly back into waterways. This shaves off the peak of the runoff with the goal of reducing it back down to or less than it was before all those buildings and parking lots got built. They also help reduce pollution by slowing down the water so suspended particles can settle out. On-site storage is a pretty effective solution and one you'll see everywhere if you're paying attention, but it still treats stormwater as a waste product, something to be gotten rid of. The reality is that rain is a resource, and natural watersheds do a lot more than just getting rid of it. They serve as habitat for wildlife, they naturally clean runoff with vegetation, they divert rain into the ground to recharge aquifers, and they reduce flooding by slowing down the water at the source rather than letting it quickly wash away and concentrate. That's why many cities are moving toward ways to replicate and recreate natural watershed functions within developed areas. In the US, this is called low-impact development, and it includes strategies like rain gardens, vegetated rooftops, rain barrels, and other ways to bring more harmony between the built environment and its original hydrologic and ecological.
You know, James, your microphone is muted.
Please unmute
Hello.
yourself.
All right. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic day. I had a very, very good day. And I'm happy to be joining you here. I'm yet to leave the office, and I decided that I will be doing these sessions with you here. So thank you very much for honoring this call. I would like us to share how our day was. So you can say your name, where you're joining us from, how your day was, and what you're looking forward, especially in the urban design program. So this is just our quick meeting to link up. This is going to be like 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll get into the agenda of the day. So please, first person to have the mic unmuted, they can take it away and make it easy for everyone. Thank you very much. Who is going first? Who is that?
James, I can go first if you can hear me.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity to join this training. My name is Mike Jomo, practicing civil engineer from Nairobi, Kenya. My day has been quite busy, but I'm thankful that I've made it here to be able to kickstart this training. Of course, I'm looking forward to a lot in terms of what we are going to cover. So let's see how it goes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. And it's always a pleasure when a man, and an engineer for that matter, has a lot in his hand. It means you are useful. So thank you very much. And we look forward to making this great. Next person, please. Who is that? Please.
Hello. I don't know
Hello.
I don't know if you get me.
I can hear you.
Thank you so much. My name is David Mwangi, and I'm really sorry. I'm David Mwangi, the one that you gave us a free training last time in TikTok. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Yes, but at that time I wasn't in position because I had some issues. But now I'm here, and the program, I think it will be a good start for me. So my day has been so busy because I tried to keep myself useful at Kenya, Western region, and I was able to do some few things, just volunteer. Yeah, so that was my day. I did civil engineering, and I'm very passionate about this program. I know it will be a good skills to us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, David. It's a pleasure. Worry not. And we look forward to learning and growing with you. One more person, please.
Hello.
Hello. And I want people with energy. Come on, enthusiasm. I want some energy. I want some energy. Yes, please.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm
Good
Hussein
evening.
Abdikabir. I'm Hussein Abdikabir from Nigeria, and I'm a practicing civil infrastructural engineer. Actually, I got to see this your LinkedIn post, and one of my colleagues in the office tried to engage your post. I was able to see what you are doing in road ops and likes. So after seeing what you actually itemize in this course, it actually enticed me to see, okay, let me see what other people and other colleagues are actually doing in their clients. At least it will widen one's understanding about what civil infrastructure are in terms of stormwater and sewer, SUD designs and the likes are being done in other climes. So, and I'm very optimistic to learn more in this particular session. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. That's our fellow from Nigeria. It's always a pleasure and you're welcome. And please send my regards to your colleague who made sure that you could see us. One more person, please. I want people from South Africa. Those people have loaded with energy. Come on. Where are you?
Hey, yo, good day.
Good day. How are you?
Good. Itumelem from South Africa. Civil
Yes.
engineer. Yeah, I'm attending a course, looking forward to expand the knowledge in Civil 3D.
Yes.
Currently, I was attending a meeting for road maintenance here in South Africa. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the course and just to expand the knowledge and engage with my peers and everyone.
All right. Thank you, my brother. That's good. Learn and learn, implement, and share it. One more person. Who is the
Hello.
other person? Yes, please.
Hello, my name is Eddie Makpela Shalom. I come from Cote
Yes.
d'Ivoire. So my day was good. And I would like to know how to do drainage design with Civil 3D. I used to do it with another software, but I would like also to do it with Civil 3D. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Cote d'Ivoire. I think this is the first time you're joining us. And just for me to express, I haven't had anyone in this program from Cote d'Ivoire. So please DM me and you're going to get a free ticket to join the program if you have not already paid for that. One more person, please.
Good evening.
Good evening. Energy.
Good evening, engineer.
Good evening. How are you?
This is Jonathan from Ethiopia.
Yes, Jonathan.
I have a good day. I was working on some drafting on drainage system like culvert, slab culvert and pipe culvert. I just want to learn some basic hydraulic analysis. Thank you, engineer.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's always a pleasure to see you. So thank you, everyone, for joining in today. Today is the kickoff session for the urban drainage design. And this is our agenda for the day. I want just to list it down so that then we can stay guided. So the first part was, of course, for us to have the welcome for everyone to join us. And I hope you're welcome. And I'm welcoming you one more time. The second thing will be an overview of what we're going to cover in this matter. I'm going to share the course outline with you so that then we can be able to know what is it that is ahead of us in the next 5 weeks. So that is the overview. Again, I'm doing this because I understand that some of you didn't manage to join our previous information session that was happening last week on Friday for that. And then secondly, we will go now into some ground rules that we have in our trainings. These are important to ensure that then we stay disciplined and orderly and rather within the confines of our code of conduct. And then after that, we are going to look into our learning platform. In terms of learning platform, it means which systems will you be using for learning and effective learning for that matter, and how we are going to help you. And then after that, we go to the deep cubes. So that is our terminology for working teams. We call them deep cubes. And then lastly, we will have our technical specialist being able to handle software installations for that matter. So I am going to share my screen so that I can take you through an overview of some of the critical things that you need to be aware of or aware of as we get into this program. Just again to make sure that you stay aligned. For those of us who are already in this program, I always take a lot of time to take you through this, because then it is only from a point of understanding fully what is it that you are here to do, you can be able to make better decisions out there. So I'm looking for my, let me see whether this is it. Yes, this is the PPT that I had prepared for you. Again, as I said, I'm doing this just as a courtesy for many of us who possibly didn't manage to join us last week. So this is the welcome. Again, I'm welcoming you to our community. And then after that, this is the urban drainage design training orientation. I want to briefly go through this so that then you are again at par with everyone. One of the most important thing is your presenter will be James, myself. throughout these and also this session and all the sessions that we'll be having. I'll be the main facilitator, of course, with the help of my captains. It is again important for us to understand why we are here. Number one, one of our biggest roles is to be able to cultivate a globally employable and industry-ready talent. And what I mean with this is you want to perceive yourself as a global engineer. That is why our community is built on a global perspective. We are not looking at engineers in Kenya only. We are not looking at engineers in Uganda, Tanzania only. It is a global perspective. So I want you again to look yourself as such, as a global engineer. For those of us who are in Kenya, Kenya acceded to honorary level or temporary position in the Washington Accord. So this means us as young engineers will be working globally. And many of us here already are working globally. So that is a very, very important perspective. We are not here to work as villagers. We are not here to work within our small confines of our geographic locations. We are thinking globally. That is why in this community, you will be learning with so many engineers from different countries across the world. So this is very important. Again, you learn and then you build, and then that is where you bring transformation. So the things that we are learning today is not for the sake of collecting certificates. It's not for the sake of ticking boxes. It is for the sake of building a sustainable future. And of course, that is going to transform the kind of living that we have, the kind of lives we have, the kind of urban areas, and the kind of infrastructures that we have, my brothers and sisters. So this is very important for all of us. Grooming industry-ready talent that is globally employable, who, after learning, they will build projects, and these projects are going to transform the world. This is strongly our belief, my brothers and sisters. When I was developing this program, I happened to share it out with so many engineers out there. I think we had collected feedback from over 200 engineers within our community. And they gave us some of the challenges that they face daily as drainage engineers. And these are some of the challenges that possibly you are looking to bring you are looking to bridge that gap. You're looking to address some of these challenges. Number one is difficult linking rainfall data to design models. Now, let us start with the problem number one. It is actually that rainfall data. Where do we look at? Where do we get it? Are our meteorological departments in the various countries really keeping this data up to date? Because that is one of the major challenges we have. Anytime that you are designing drainage systems or drainage infrastructure, we must be doing this from a point of knowledge, from a point of data. Remember, we are in an era where we are doing data-driven decisions or design decisions. So how can we integrate that data into models? That is a question that many drainage engineers ask themselves. The second one is limited exposure to practical design workflows. So sometimes we said that one of the obvious things is when we have a lot of designs out there, they don't have incorporate. For example, a road project does not incorporate appropriate drainage designs. When developers are bringing up apartments, shopping complexes, hardly do they actually think about the drainage. And if they think about it, they think about it as a unit and not as a comprehensive system. So it is my apartment. As long as the water is outside my apartment, I don't care. Now, once it goes out, it becomes a problem for me and you who are living in this city. So then the question we are trying to answer is, how can we be able to deeply comprehend some design workflows that make our work easier as design engineers? Workflows that can help us integrate drainage design systems into our road projects and into our building projects. The other one is, of course, lack of confidence in hydraulic and hydrological calculations. In this case, it's about even the tools of work. What tools can I use to carry out hydraulic analysis and hydrological conditions of my catchment? The second is, of course, need for guidance on interpreting design standards. So I want to talk about Kenya because it's my home country. For the first time after 50 years, we are developing more recent road design standards and manuals. Many countries actually don't have these standards all together. So then, and if they have them, how do we make sure that we are applying them in the right way? How do we make sure that we are designing our design systems from the first principles? This is very important because even our designs will always be evaluated hand in hand according to the design principles. You know, the first principles of design. This is fundamentally very, very important. So it is a gap that we have. Inadequate mentorship and structured training. Hardly do we find a structured training. And that's why we have this program here, because we want to bring a structure of training. This structure is based on actual practice, what we've been doing on site, some of the projects that I've undertaken, and then so that then I can be able to transfer that knowledge to you. It is important to understand that as you're joining us in this program, you are not only taking, you are also giving. Our community, we always say, learn it as if you're going to teach someone else. Learn it as if you're going to teach someone else. So I want you to paint this picture. Suppose today, suppose in these 5 minutes, in these 5 weeks, I have come with a magic pill that is going to make all of these common challenges disappear. How would you share that knowledge? How would you help others? How would you integrate that knowledge in your daily practice? My brothers and sisters, there is a big discontinuity. Engineering has not been able to undergo what we call generational transition from people who have knowledge to who are the senior consulting engineers. I'm talking about the African context, down to people who are joining the industry. There is no structure. There is a disconnect. People who have undertaken very mega infrastructure projects in various countries that have actually been facilitated by very good expatriate professionals. We do not have that knowledge trickling down to young professionals. So every time you join our trainings, and I want us to change these from today to forever, that whenever we have knowledge, let us share it out. So even in this community, I don't want you to say you don't know. I want you to say, this is my perspective. This is how I think about it. This is how we do it in Cote d'Ivoire. This is how we do it in South Africa. This is how we do it in Zimbabwe. This is how we do it in Uganda. Then when we bring our minds together, great things are going to happen. So these challenges as you come here, and I want to quote one of our captains, Captain West, it is not a knowledge pyramid. So this is how a pyramid looks like. I am not at the top here and I have to give all the knowledge. No, we are in a brewing chamber. We are in a brewing chamber. So these challenges and many that you have, we are sharing knowledge, sharing experiences, sharing perspective, sharing our approaches. And then ultimately, once we get out of this program, we have not only grown in learning the skills, but also we have undergone a transformation in our approach, in our thinking, and how we present our projects, my brothers and sisters. That is our goal here. That is how I want you to think about this session. So in our today's session, it is not like we are thinking, going deeply into the training. We are understanding. We are getting ourselves in the mood. We are prepping so that then we all get there in the same mindset. Someone told me, James, you spend a lot of time telling us stories. You waste a lot of time telling us things. And then I came to understand that we come from different backgrounds and different countries and different approaches. If we don't have these conversations and we just dive into the training itself, our way of thinking will be disoriented. Our way of approach will be disoriented. Then we will take a lot of time firefighting many challenges that we have. So after those problems, engineers talk about competencies that you wish to develop. So this is again from a survey from all of you that have been able to fill the form. So I distilled it into 5 solid competencies that engineers, especially who are undertaking drainage design, want to develop. And in this case, it means these are the top 5 skills. And in this program, I've designed it to see how can I be able to address these specific gaps that you have, and again, even overflow to many other skills. Skill number 1, understanding hydrology and hydraulic analysis and design for our sewer systems. This is at the core. It is from our hydrological analysis that we are able to get or estimate the various runoff and their impact on the drainage structures. They will help us to choose the right drainage infrastructure for our various scenarios. And then the skill number two is improved simulation and modeling of storm water systems. So then, after you have understood hydrology, and after you have done your hydraulic analysis and design, how can you then be able to simulate the performance of your network? Remember, we are not talking about simulating a single entity. We are simulating the entire system, the entire network. How is it performing? So we'll be looking at the Kenya Road Design Manual. We'll be looking at the Urban Drainage Design Manual from the US. There's a whole manual on that. We're going to be looking at CIRA suits, and we're going to be looking at other manuals. You will notice one thing they share. There is something that we call a design frequency or a design storm, and there's something we call a check. So a check, let me give you an example. The design, for example, for sign drains, it's a return period of 2 years. But when it comes to the check frequency, we do it with a storm return period of 5 years. So what this does, we are checking the extremity, the performance of our infrastructure in times of extreme weather condition. This is what we call designing resilient systems in the face of climate change. Then the skill number 3 will be now the ability to make better designs using digital tools. So the job of an engineer is to make decisions. It's to make choices. It's to compare and contrast and then decide. So all of these is done through something that is called a thought process. Now, the thought process of an engineer is simple. It has 3 components. Number 1 is what we call the first principles. So do you understand the first principles? What are the first principles when it comes to design of drainage systems? Where do we get this? We get this from manuals. We get this from books. We get this from which I've curated and collected them for you. Then the second step in the thought process of an engineer is what we call a systemic thinking. Remember, this is not systematic. This is systemic. So when we talk about systemic thinking, is a principle or a thought process that considers all possible predisposing factors, all possible scenarios, all possible factors that are contributing to system. And then lastly, that is when now we make an assessment and a decision. So that is when you say, then this is the option that I'm proposing for your project. This is the best alternative for your project. We're going to be going deep into that throughout this program. Then the other thing is integrating sustainability and sustainable urban drainage systems and principles into our software, into our design. This one, we'll be doing it using InfoDrainage and what we call EpaSwim. So EpaSwim, these are softwares that have integrated the green roof, the swales, the detention and retention ponds, creating some very good recreational areas that can act as both a retention pond and at the same time as a drainage structure and at the same time as an aesthetic in our urban settings. So these are some of the things that we're going to be doing through this. And lastly, you'll be able to prepare professional drainage design documentation. How do you do it now professionally? For young professionals who are yet maybe even to undertake a professional project, this is a great stepping stone for you. If you put in the work, you can actually be able to showcase the project that you'll be working on in this project as part of your portfolio. Because that is what the kind of engineers that we want. Ability to be able to do things out there. Ability to be able to build projects. This is fundamentally important for all of us. We'll be working on a mega project with you in an urban setting and in a rural setting. Then you ask, what will you learn? Analyzing rainfall data, simple and straightforward. Designing drainage system components. So we'll be talking about side drains, culverts, storm sewers, and how do you integrate them into a system. We'll be talking about applying design standards. We'll be looking at RDM, AASHTO, Serious Suits, and many other manuals as a reference. These are the critical things that you're going to learn. Then lastly, I will talk about the tools of work. And this is a quote of mine. Engineering is a craft. Get your way with tools to manifest your ingenuity. Listen again. Engineering is a craft. Get your way with tools to manifest your ingenuity. Me and you, we can do the same design, but our design will be completely different because my approach, my thought process, my way of doing things could be different. It is, of course, a factor of experiences, preferences, decision-making, and many other things. But one of the things I can assure you is that engineering is a craft. If you get your way with the tools, you can always give your best thought process, your best picture, your best approach through that. And that is why in this program, one of the things is ability to work with multiple tools to give the best design possible, the best design option. So we're going to be using the following tools. InfoDrainage. This is critical. Why? Because we are able to integrate Civil 3D, they are interoperable. So you can be able to shift your design from Civil 3D and take it into InfoDrainage. InfoDrainage is mostly for analysis. You can use it for drafting, but it's going to take you a bit of time. So you do your drafting into Civil 3D environment. And once you do that, you can transfer your model into InfoDrainage for analysis and the integration of the suits the soils, the retention pond, the detention pond, and all of that, you can be able to integrate them in through info drainage. This is a superb tool. And I'm going to be giving you access to that. And I'm going to be teaching you step by step on how to use it. And most importantly, you're going to be sharing your thoughts and your approaches and what you think would work for you in that matter. Then after that, we go to the obvious tool, Civo 3D. This is my favorite tool. I love it. It's so, so good. It's doing a lot of things, especially for a civil engineer. And then after that, we'll use GIS tools. We're going to be looking at this tool, Spatial Manager and Google Earth Pro. How can you be able to do that? We are exploring one other GIS tool. It's only that I really don't like talking about a tool that I'm not sure, and I'm not very confident about its productivity. So we'll be playing around with these 5 basic tools in this program. Of course, there is Excel sheet, that is obvious. That's obvious, so I don't want to talk about it for that matter. So after that, that is basically what we have as the program. So just for the interest of time, and many of us who didn't manage to join the session last time, I want to basically pause at that point and possibly get questions if there is anyone that would want to seek clarification or something about that. I just trying to paint an overview picture of what the program is all about before now we go into the course outline, just briefly, and then we go into the main agenda for the day. So please, the session is open to all of us to ask questions and clarification if need be. Thank you very much. Someone, please. If anything is not clear, I would like to just make it clear before we go to the next thing, please.
Hi, boss. How are you? Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I hope you can hear me properly.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Nixon. I'm from Zimbabwe. So I'm a biosystems and agricultural engineer, but it's been a while since I've been doing engineering. So for me, this is more of a refresher course. So I hope you'll be able to bear with me. Probably lost. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done design. So I hope
Yes.
this course will also be friendly to some of us who are like that.
All right, great. I'm gonna be as patient as possible with all of us, so don't worry. All right. Thank you very much. Someone else? Any concern? Any something that any special consideration that you think we should take
Hello,
in?
engineer.
We should look into? Yes, please.
In case you have not made payment, do you have the opportunity to make payment for the course?
You will need to talk to me nicely. Thank you. Yeah, anyway, yes, you can make the payment right away. I think the
Thank you.
slots are still, let me look at it. I hope the slots are not full. I left the course at 98% booked or something like that. This guy is saying that Zimbabwe people talks like whites. Anyway, this is interesting. That guy is getting into affair. Osman, is your hand up, please?
Sorry. Thank you very much, engineer. I'd like to ask this question: Is there any prerequisite courses for this training itself, apart from civil 3D?
Sorry, I didn't get you right.
is there any prerequisite courses that you are supposed to have to take or have concept from before starting this course?
That's a very, 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 very intelligent question. That's a very, very good question. My expectation is you'll possibly have a basic knowledge of hydrology. So in this case, understanding the cycle, the water cycle, and possibly how precipitation contributes into runoff. Just an overview. That is my expectation. But then again, our first session, which will be on Wednesday, we'll be able to go through that just as a refresher to understand the hydrological cycle, especially in an urban setting, because that's what we're going to be doing. And overall, just the hydrological cycle. Then the other expectation is possibly your ability to be able to work with Civil 3D, just basic, where you can be able to know where to look for something if you need it. Otherwise, there is not much that you need. Of course, a background in civil engineering or hydrology or transportation or highway, such, it would really be useful. Yes, Mike, please. Mike, I can see you had this up.
Okay, thank you so much, engineer. I just have one question.
Yes.
Especially with regards to the extent of the training.
Yes.
Now, you have mentioned about mostly stormwater, the side ditches and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Are we also going to capture or be taken around the bigger structures, especially for roads? If you talk of the culverts, the box culverts, the bridges and all that. And if yes, then are we also going to have a discussion beyond the queue, beyond the discharge, in terms of are we going to talk about the drainage, the design of the drainage structures, or we'll just send it at probably getting the queue?
Thank you. That's very, very good question. And my answer would be yes. We'll be looking at the urban, or rather the highway drainage component. For this program, we'll be focusing only on the side drains. Anyway, I'm going to answer most of your questions in the course outline because that is where I'm going. But one thing I know we are not going to cover is bridges and box culvert, because we are packaging that entirely as a program on its own, so that then we can be able to do also the structural part of those structures, a bridge and a box culvert. For this case, we'll only be able to get the drainage, but for pipe culverts, we'll proceed all the way to final drawing production for pipe culvert. Box culvert, I can't promise that. Yes, Dr. Oluwatobi, we call them Daktari. Daktari, please.
Yeah, thank you, engineer.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's my second time coming to your course. I'm from Nigeria, but currently in the UK, and
yes,
I look forward to learning new stuff from you. My question is around the BOQ and the final reporting, because I am the BOQ, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the final reporting of the design. You're trying to communicate the results now to clients. That aspect. I don't know if it's something you spend much time on, because my last training, with us, we didn't really touch that aspect, and I was really, really expecting to do something around presenting the design now, to clients, and doing the proper design, proper presentation of the output. So it's something I saw also in the outline of this course, and I'm really looking forward to that aspect. Thank you very much, engineer.
All right, thank you very much. And presentations. Daktari, just before you go, would you propose we do mock-ups?
Well, I'm here to learn, so let me just stay as a student for now.
Yeah, we'll do mock-ups. One is reporting. Actually, the
Okay.
major part of drainage, you can't you can't just leave it hanging. You must do a report. And in this case, of course, we're gonna be documenting everything in what we call a design criteria, develop it, and then we are going to use ChatGPT just to have the overview structure
Makes sense.
of the report that is expected, especially in terms of when you're carrying out the a drainage design project. Of course, BOQs becomes very easy for us, especially since we are doing the drainage part. So we'll be able to prepare that. And then again, compile a proper book of drawings as we combine it into that. Yeah, so thank you
so
very much.
Engineer. Yeah.
All right, you're welcome, Daktari. All right, thank you. So we can go then into the next part of this program, which is basically taking you through the overview of the course outline. The course outline will be shared. I'm actually going to update it on the website because for us, we believe in sharing knowledge out there. So you can actually use it as a guide and again, also as a way of holding us accountable because these are like what we're going to give you. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the course objective because we have already covered that. Delivery format, I don't really want to spend a lot of time there again because we're going to be looking into grade. I just want us to go into the modules and how we have organized them. I know for most of you who have been with us, you are used to us having some fancy course outlines using Canva. And of course, you will also gonna get it as well. The first module, it will be to Introduction to Sustainable Urban Water Systems. This program is basically, again, to paint an overview picture for those of us who may have not been very active in the water sector. And especially drainage design for that matter. So this is what the first session is all about. We look into the expected outcomes, the objectives. We'll be looking at the water cycle in urban areas and strategies for recovery. And then we'll also be talking about the effects of climate change on rainfall and runoff, because that is a reality that we can't run away from at the moment. I was, as I was preparing the materials for this course, I went to how other countries are approaching it, like Australia in some of their documentations and also data, rainfall data. They have some factors that we can call it a factor of safety that they have incorporated when you're estimating your runoff, so that then you can be able to take care of the climate change effects on your design. So that are some of the concepts that we will be also discussing briefly on that. And then again, we'll go to the second module. Our second module is basically on hydrology. So we'll be talking about hydrological surveys. How is this carried out on site? What data do you need to collect for that matter? And then how do you actually look into the primary sources of data and also the secondary sources of data for that matter? So the output for this is to be able to do flood estimation. How can we be able to do our catchment analysis? And after doing the catchment analysis, can we be able to estimate the discharge that we get from that specific catchment? And how is this going to impact our design decisions going forward? So this is a very important course, or rather module, because then it gives you that theoretical knowledge. And then after that, we'll go into the actual calculation and application of that knowledge into real-time practice. How do you do it? How do you do it for that matter? Then we'll be looking at how Civil 3D, GIS tools, and other softwares can help us hasten that process and actually get insights that are useful in our design process. So that's basically week one. And then when we go to week two, we'll be talking about highway drainage component. So in this case, we'll spend a lot of time in understanding the design of open channels and side drains. Actually, these are the most common kind of drainage structures that we have in most of our roads. So we'll spend a whole week on this one. Open channels and side drains. We'll be talking about also drift and low-level crossings. How do you design for them? Then there is also an introduction to design of culverts. This is critical. These are the major component of, or rather drainage components in any highway. And then we'll be talking about the curb and gutter. This is also very common, and it is very common mostly in urban areas. So how do you look at it, and how do you actually design it? Then after that, we'll finish with a capstone project. And in this capstone project, we'll be looking on a rural road project. So how do we then integrate all of these aspects, the side drains, the cross culverts, the side ditches and open channels into, and also cross drainage structures into our final project. So in this case, we are not necessarily going to design a road project. I'm going to give you a road design project, and then we see how do we integrate our drainage structures into that, because then we have another module for road design. So we don't want to be able to do all of that in one module. Then after that, we'll go to week 3. And this is where now we have a lot of work, which is basically design of sustainable urban drainage systems. So we'll have the design objectives. We'll talk about hydro planning. This is basically how do you plan for various drainage structures. We'll talk about the rational method. This is most common, especially when we talk about catchment delineation and all of these matters in an urban setting due to the small nature of the catchment areas. We'll also be talking about the various components of flow, especially in a catchment area. So you'll notice in an urban setting, this is an ideal scenario. You will find there are various types of flow. So there is a curb to gutter flow, curb flow. So this is where water drops at a certain point. It's going to flow along the curb and gutter, and it will be collected at a certain point. We'll have what we call roof to to a collection point or a collection system. This is the drain that water falls on a roof, and then it will flow all the way to the road, and then after that, all the way to where it is collected or something. So we'll be looking at various scenarios. Then we'll talk about rural areas where there is water flowing from sheet flow. So how do you design for that? How do you design where there is a sheet flow? How do you design where there is a gully flow? How do you design when there is a pipe network? You know, water moving also on a normal crossfall. So those scenarios, we're gonna be looking into them. And then after that, we'll talk about design and integration of sustainable drainage component. This is very important, again, as we evolve. So we'll be looking at an ideal scenario where we can be able to integrate various swells, detention chambers, and many other aspects into our drainage systems. We'll talk about storm drain pipes and networks, so we'll be able to lay them out, sizing of drainage channels, spacing of outlets and graded inlets, all of that will be incorporated into this module. So this module will take a full week. We will be doing a practical and a project in this case, and then you'll be able to apply these principles and see how then are these results coming out for you. Then we'll go to week 4, and in week 4, we'll be talking about hydraulic design of culverts. So week 4 will be entirely on, on culverts. This case, we're gonna be talking about pipe culverts. But at the same time, we'll also have a mention on box culvert that will not go into the structural design. Because what you'll notice is when it comes to box culverts, they are more of they have a bigger part of the structural design part, which then within the scope of this, we cannot cover within the scope of this program, but of course we will always talk about them. There is design criteria. There is inlet and outlet control, which is actually one of the major components when it comes to design of culverts. So we'll have submerged and fully submerged, half submerged scenarios and all of that. We'll also talk about design limitations or design constraints. This is very important, and you understand in any kind of a design, there will be always some limitations. Then after that, we know how to use nomographs. We'll use empirical formulas for culvert design, and then we'll go into software application. So which softwares can we be able to apply when it comes to the design of culverts? And then of course, we'll do a simulation so that we can be able to see how our culverts are going to perform in a specific scenarios. Then we'll go to the last week, which is week 5. And in the week 5, as I said, we are doing it different. We'll be having 2 main components. One, project presentations, and number 2, end-to-end design project that is going to integrate all the aspects, both hydrology, modeling, and analysis. End-to-end project. So how we are going to do week 5 is going to be interesting. We'll be logging in here, and once we log in, we start working. No talk. If someone is stuck, they can unmute, share their screen, say this is where I'm stuck. If someone knows how to help them, they can stop, share their screen and show them how to do it, and we move. So for the entire last week, we'll be working on the project, brainstorming, optimizing, improving, and making sure our design is of the best quality possible. So that is what we'll be doing on the last week. So this does not mean that we will not be working in the course of the program. After every class, there is always a deliverable. There is always a project to be done. So we'll be working within this, but the last week is where we come now so that we look at the project holistically, which is one of the challenges that I've faced. Many professionals look at things as compartments. So let me design the road, let me design the culvert, let me design the pipes, let me design the side drains, and then that's it. Then the question will be, how can we look at it as an holistic system? That is why we are using about a system, a network. And then how can we make this good? Within the course of the training, we'll be having weekly tasks or assignments that you need to do. We'll be having presentations, and we will also be having quizzes that I will be posting on our learning platform so that then we can stay engaged and we can always be able to learn. So participants who complete the program, they will of course get a certificate of completion just as a way to showcase your expertise. In case you have questions, drop them in the chat box. These are the reference materials. There is the Urban Drainage Design Manual. In Kenya, they are split into 2. There is RDM 2.1, which covers hydrological surveys. And then there is RDM 2.2, which covers hydrology and drainage design. These will be our main guiding manuals. But over and above that, we'll also have the Urban Drainage Design Manual, which is the 4th edition from the US Department of Transport. It was released in 2022. We'll also be looking into it as part of this program. Now, what you will find is that the reason as to why I'm choosing the RDM is because it's the most recent manual that we have in the industry all over the world. We have the latest 2025, which is very, very good for us because then they have also borrowed a lot from the UK manuals, from the Indian manuals, from the American standards, from other African countries. So it is a distillation of so much knowledge. They have also brought in a lot of examples, a lot of software packages that are modern that we can be able to use for our design. So then again, and this is I want to highlight, we are thinking globally and we are getting the first principles right. And after getting the first principles right, we go into application. And then after application, then we go into the question of what if? What if is a way of thinking outside what you've done. So we'll be asking, what if I get a project in South Africa? What if I get a sub-project in Abu Dhabi? What if this method is not working? What if I don't have rainfall data? What if I don't have this kind of other data? How can you be able to do that? So this is very, very, very important for us to be able then to think outside our normal setting, the global engineer mindset. The tools, again, there will be EPA Swim 5.2. This is an open source software. We have Autodesk Civil 3D, Info Drainage, Spatial Manager, and Google Earth Pro. So these are the tools that we're going to be using throughout this program. So this course outline, I'm going to share it with you. I've already shared it out through email. So you'll be able to access it so that then it is easy for you to cross-reference and read ahead of time. Thank you very much. I think that is a good start. Now, I want us to go straight into the next phase. I can see there are no questions in the chat box. So there's a step we call the onboarding process. So the onboarding process is where we make sure that we take you through our learning platform, which is Telegram for now. So we always use Telegram for all our learning, And I'm going to share my screen one more time, just to make sure that everything is good. So we have this Telegram channel that I know my team possibly has onboarded you, but I have to make a disclaimer that there are people who have paid for the program. I think there are people who have paid for the program now. Others have paid for the program maybe at 3 p.m. or today. So we may not have incorporated everyone into the list that we have, or you may not have been onboarded in the Telegram channel. So do not worry, we are going to look into that. We are going to see how we onboard you into the Telegram channel. There is a gentleman by the name Blasius Chelimo. I know he is reaching out to you after you make your payment. And then once you do that, he is going to take you into the onboarding process. So in case you want to make your payment for the course, I have already shared it there. So do not worry about that. So you can make your payments now, and I'm going to onboard you. So once you have been onboarded, you will be sent a link to join this channel. And once you join this channel, you will find the very first message at the top. This is the message for the softwares. So the moment you join this Telegram, please just click on this, just read it. The name of this will be Stormy 1. So this is cohort Stormy 1. We'll have cohort Stormy all the way, I don't know, to whatever, to maybe 100 or so. So please click on this Google Drive. So we have made it easy for you. We have just consolidated all the softwares that you need for training, and they are here for you. We are an Autodesk licensed software provider. So these ones are here for you. So please download, click here and then download. Once you download, you will go back to the channel and then text this gentleman that is called Wesley. So he's called Captain West. You will tell him, hello, Captain West, I've just downloaded the software. Please share the license. So then he will guide you on the next steps on how to get our licenses so that then you can be able to access the softwares. So please, to make the process easy, please make sure that you've downloaded the software beforehand. In case you have a question or you're facing any challenge, please put it in the chat box and I'm going to respond to all of them. Now, the second thing, you might have noticed that once you joined the Telegram channel, you are unable to text to ask a question. So the reason is because you have not joined the forum. So Telegram works in a way, there's a channel and there is a group that allows you to be able to communicate, to be able to chat. It is linked to the channel. So I've sent that link in the channel now. So please join. Just click on it and you'll be able to join. So that means you are able to text us in case something is not clear, in case something was not shared, you will be able to ask us questions at that point. So please, this is the Telegram forum. Thank you very much, Muhanglanga. Thank you very much, Brandon. Thank you very much, Abonga. I want all of you to be able to join. If you're yet to join the main channel, don't worry. My team is working on it and they are going to give you the details right now so that you can be able to join us. That is the first step. Now, the second thing is possibly for you to know how our programs work in this channel. So every day, I will be sharing with you, for example, I will be sharing with you, every morning I will wake you up so that you wake up at least, good time. So I'll be waking you up, I will be sharing a lot of learning materials, and we'll have also all the class recordings available for you. So this one ensures that at least you have access to all the class recordings. Apologies, I think the one for Friday, I didn't remember to share it, but I'm going to make sure that all the class recordings are shared with you. So for example, this is it. So this is the Revit Structure Trainings Recordings Registry. So this is where each class is recorded. Each class is recorded and uploaded, and you'll be able to access it. So that in case you want to check on something, you can be able to click on that class and go back to be able to refer to the materials in that session. So that's it, that's done. Now, I want to show you something else. Okay. These guys are limiting my channel. These guys are limiting my channels, but there's no problem. I'm going to see how we do that. So great. So once I do that, you can be able to, we can go to the onboarding process. So we group you into teams, and these teams, we call them deep cubes. And what deep cubes means, it is a deep session where you get to work and interact with fellow engineers. So in this case, I'm going to open this so that we have the deep cubes that we have, that we currently have. I want to do the onboarding so that we can work in teams. Let me just do the needful. I want to make sure that I have the right things with you. Very well. I'm going to share that there and share this for me. Great. So these are the deep cubes that we're gonna be having. We are only going to have 3 deep cubes in this cohort. So we have deep cube 1. I am going to share the joining link here for deep cube 1. And once I share, it is only the people that I am reading their names that should join that respective deep cube. So please don't join now. Just wait a minute. So these are the people that are supposed to be in deep cube number 1. We have Puso Sedia. So please, you may join. Puso, you may join deep cube 1. We have Ebenezer. We have Ebenezer from Nigeria. So please join. This is deep cube 1. Thank you, Sedia. Thank you, Sedia. So go to your, you can use your phone and go to your Telegram so that you're able to join us. So these are the people. Also, Ebenezer. There is Bilal. Bilal, please. There is Enezi Matiko. Enezi Matiko. Atugoza Innocent. Atugonza Innocent. Avala, Avala. Thank you, Enezi. Avala, please. I can see Avala, you have already joined. Kandar Mohamud Ismail, thank you. Kelvin Gekonyo Kamau. Kelvin Gekonyo Kamau, please join. Brian Jiri, please join. Muhalanga, Ankosi, please join. Muhalanga, please join. Thank you very much. There is Kabazaki Sikasha. Hey, yeah. And Kabakazi Sinkasha, please, if I murder your name, you may, yeah, thank you. Abonga Mapoma, I can see you've joined. Then Ashutosh Kumar. Ashutosh Kumar, please join that group. So now, there is a principle that is important. This is written in the book by Dale Carnegie. It says that in many years of experience, he is no longer with us. But he said his many years of experience, he has found that the most paid engineers are not those with technical knowledge only, but those with technical knowledge, plus ability to express ideas, plus ability to evoke enthusiasm, plus ability to assume leadership. Those engineers are added to greater earning power. So as you join your DeepCube, I want you to assume leadership. There is a captain in charge. For this matter, DeepCube 1 will have Captain Kanza in charge of DeepCube 1. But over and above that, I expect all of you to assume leadership. Projects don't fail because of lack of technical knowledge. Projects fail because of lack of leadership. Projects fail due to lack of leadership. I want you to assume leadership, my brothers and sisters. That is the kind of engineers that are geared towards greater earning power. That is very important. Now, I will stop there. Thank you very much. I am going to delete this DeepCube. Your captain is going to follow her and make sure that you are onboarded. So let me go back to, where is that? Where is that? I'm losing it. So I'm going to delete DeepCube 1. We are going to send it later on. So we are going to DeepCube number 2. And in DeepCube number 2, I want to have the following join. This is 1, this should be 2. Yes, this is DeepCube number 2. These are the people I would want to join there. Paul Kapia, my brother, good to see you. Join us, it's a pleasure. Paul Kapia, thank you. Daniel Lolari Kamwange, please join. Michelle Michael Murinda, please, you may join. Ada Mikaya, please join. Gabriel, please join. My brother Amos Gabaza from Zim, please join. Babu, please join. Thank you very much, Babu. It's good to see you. I think I have an email that I've not responded. I'm going to respond. This is Matutu, my friend. Please join DeepCube number 2. Brandon, you have been with us for years. Thank you so much. Thank you. Brandon, please, you may join. Anthony Mugambi Ntoirwaki, please join. This is my young mentee. He is called Anthony Mugambi. Very, very good at what he does. I'm super proud of him and very committed. Please join. And then Benedict Atakora. Benedict, please, you may join. And then we'll have Maria Robert. Maria Robert, please, you may join DeepCube number 2. DeepCube number 2, again, assume leadership. No, gain technical competence, learn how to express your ideas, evoke enthusiasm, ability to work with others, ability people to want to work with you. That is what we call enthusiasm. So we say these sessions come with a lot of energy. And then after that, we said then assume leadership. Assume leadership. Don't let projects fail when you're there. Don't let things go wrong when you're there. You are the one to make things work wherever you are. So thank you very much. I can see most of us have been able to join. Yeah, Mugambi, Anthony, I can see. I want you to assume leadership there and be able to lead yourself and lead others. Then I will go to the last DeepCube that we have, and this is DeepCube number 3. And in DeepCube number 3, I'm going to have the following join. Andrea Samburu from Tanzania. I know your things are tight there. Things are super tight. But I saw that it's like they restored the internet today. So, yes, I can see you're there. So that is also proof of life. That's very, very much. Thank you very much. Our brothers in Tanzania, our hearts and prayers are with you. And you hope that again, democracy wins. Because then democracy allows all of us to grow and thrive. Then my brother Sukombuzo, Mkize, please. Mkize, please. You may join DeepCube number 3. And Daktari, it is your turn. Daktari, no, Daktari, you may join, please. This is your DeepCube. Thank you. Enoch Vian, please, you may join from Uganda. It's good to see you. Ochola, Jonathan, please, you may join. Nixon, please, you may join. Nixon, please, you may join DeepCube number 3. Odhiambo Atieno Naomi, please, you may join. Tawanda Daniel, please, you may join. Tawanda, please. Tawanda, please. Tawanda, please. Calvin Opeyo, good to see you, my brother. Please join in. Please join in. Itumeleng Chasi, thank you. I can see you've joined. Ephraim Wisdom Walela. Ephraim Wisdom Walela, please join, and thank you for your referring your friends. I'm very, very honored. And then there is Mukendi Mbiye Paco. My friend Paco, please join. Please join. Please join. I remember last time you told me someone had not reached out, and I'm looking forward to see whether you've been able to join. My friend Paco, I can't see you join. So please, you may be able to join. So thank you very much, beautiful people. That is all for today. Those are the DeepCubes. So I want you to start assuming leadership. Now, that is where we will be doing all the work. That is where we will be doing all the heavy lifting. That is where we will be doing the magic. But I want just to go through something we call ground rules, just to make sure that we are aligned. I don't like it when anyone feels that the rules should be communicated so that then everyone can stay on top of things. And I'm going to share them with you here. I know they may be a bit outdated. Please, if you have not had your name and you were paid, I know we prepared this list a little bit early, so we may not have captured people who have paid a little bit towards the end of the day. But there is no need for alarm. We are going to incorporate you tomorrow morning. and then reach out to you with the same instructions, assign you a deep cube, and also be able to get a team to work with. So please let that not cause any alarm for that matter. So I've shared a copy of the our ground rules in all our RoadSap training groups. Number one is understanding that this is a diverse community with engineers from around the world. And we are shaping you to be the global engineer. The global engineer. So you are a global engineer. Today or tomorrow, you might be in a different country. You may be working in different spaces. Then you must be able to assume and practice that thought process as early as today. So then please approach this community as such. It's a great opportunity to learn, work, and network with engineers worldwide. So if I fell today in South Africa, all I need to do is call a few people. If I was in Zimbabwe, if I was in Ghana, if I was in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Egypt, in UK, any country, I only need to call up people, and I've gotten to know them through this community. So please utilize it and make good use of it. A bigger part of this program will be following instructions. And we always say, if you don't have if you cannot be a good follower, and if you cannot follow instructions, you have no moral authority to issue instructions. So whenever we are here, please, I would advise that we all allow to be guided, but at the same time, retain the freedom to express your thoughts and how you think things should be done. We may be knowing to do a few things here and there, but of course, your input will make things better for us. The other thing is, number one, the language of communication shall be English. So please let us do that. And when we talk about communication, it is both written and spoken. So we'll be using both English, spoken and written. And when we talk about writing, do not write chaotically. I want you to think like you're writing professionally. Punctuate well, think through, proofread your text before you send it to us, because we want to understand you. We want to know what you meant. So please make sure you proofread your text before you send it out. The tone shall be professional, inspirational, and enthusiastic. Professional, inspirational, and enthusiastic. That is the tone I use, and that is the tone that my team uses. Let us use that. The members are expected to work in a spirit of harmony and inspire teamwork. These are our ideals. Working in a spirit of harmony. Engineering is a sport of collaboration. So we want you to exhibit that today. Inspire teamwork. So when you assume leadership, you should be able to lead your people to work together as a team. You shall receive the Ultimate Engineer newsletter every day. Every morning, I write to you. I write to you to make sure that I support you, I help you grow. The sessions will be very interactive. Please, and I love how you have done this. You are following through, and in case you have any comment, you are dropping it in the chat box, and I'm going to address all of them all together. That is how we'll be doing our session. We'll always stop to ask whether everything is understood, whether there are queries, and whether there are clarifications that need to be made. Then we will be able to offer that so that you learn. We are here to support you and to make sure that you get things correctly. Now, there is one big enemy that we must all be aware of. It is called imposter syndrome. So I want us to assume this, and this is always our assumption, that this is your first time learning and doing this kind of a thing. So assume you don't know. We will assume that. So do not, we already know you don't know. That is why you want to learn. We maybe know you know, but you want to learn or you want to improve. That is fine. So do not let imposter syndrome steal this opportunity from you. Bring it forth, ask it, share it, and demand for clarification. Because that is why you're here. So do not let imposter syndrome steal this opportunity from you. Now listen, it is mandatory for all participants to attend 100% of the sessions. Why? Because the rule number one for any guy who wins is the ability to show up. You can't win if you don't show up. It's simple, it's common sense. So if you want to win, if you want to learn, then show up. That's the first step. Then I will take care of the rest. I'll make sure that the sessions are interesting, attractive, memorable, with many stories and analogies, so that then you can be able to remember. That is why I went to training to be an instructor, to make sure that our learning are informative, they can be able to be remembered, and at the same time, they are interesting and fun. So attend, look forward to coming, look forward to come and share your experiences, your knowledge with us. Look forward to come and learn one single thing one day. Now, remember, learning without doing is useless. In the Bible and even in the Quran, faith without action is dead. So then it means it is mandatory for all participants to work and submit project milestones in the prescribed format. I'll show you the prescribed format. So it is work. It is work. It is work. It is work. We are here to work because that is what engineers do. Those are the rules. Now, I want to give you the prescribed format. So I'll go to search and I will say, I will share with you the prescribed format for sharing, which cohort is this? Let me share the prescribed format for sharing your work. This is critical. Now, the prescribed format for submitting your work, you write your name, your profession, your country, what you enjoyed to work on what you enjoyed working on the deliverable. Why do we do that? It is reflection. Looking into the things that you've been able to do. If you cannot say what you've been able to do, then it means you don't know what you are doing. After that, when you're writing that, you will notice actually there are challenges. Then you can be able to write them down. And then lastly, areas you need help in. So you quite often find they are also the challenges. This is mandatory for participants. You cannot submit your work in any other format. And if you do, we'll delete it from the group. All work is submitted in the deep cubes. So let me send it here. Let me send it here. And let me send it here so that you have it. That is the prescribed format. It makes sure that we are orderly, and it makes sure that also when I'm coming to look at your work, I'm able to pinpoint your strength and I'm able to see challenges so that I can help you bridge the gap. So thank you very much. I will stop at that point. so that I can take any questions that you have. You guys have an interesting questions. What is the criteria for putting you in the deep cubes? We use nationality, years of experience as the main way of categorizing you. So we want fresh graduates to be in the same deep cubes with Daktari so that they can learn from them. We want people in South Africa to be in the same group with people in India. People in Zimbabwe to be with Kenyans. People in Uganda to be with Nigerians. So you can learn all around. So years of experience, country of origin are the two major criteria that we use to categorize you in your various deep cubes. Osman, I'm surprised you don't have the Telegram link. That is interesting. Yes, Islam, I am going to add you, please. There is no problem. I'm going to add you. Mane Umesha, the Telegram channel, please remember it is only shared to people who have already booked their slot. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. I cannot do it here, so but don't worry. You can always we can always do that. Janak, okay. So let me list those people who have challenges down so that I can be able to address it tomorrow. Okay, this is Janak. Who is the other person? Umesh, Mane. This is Osman. This is Kolade. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it will be available next year because God is going to keep us alive. Thank you. Now, I can see people asking about schedule. I think this is critical and important. Now, there is an email I sent out a few weeks ago, but I'm going to share it out so that then you can be able to look at it. But all that's notwithstanding, I have all the information with me, so I can be able to share it. How come I don't have that slide with me? Okay, this is interesting. But anyway, this is the schedule, please. The sessions will be only on Monday. The sessions will be on Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday. The time is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. East African time. So the same time you joined today is the same time we will always start our classes. It is actually the time across all our programs. So we don't have any other timeline. We start at 8 a.m. and we end at 10 p.m. Same time that you joined today. So you can always, for those in different time zones, you can always do the mathematics and know what time did you get here. So that is the same time that we're going to be having the programs. 2 hours, the recordings will be provided for you to refer. I know Babu and a few people said that they will be working some hours and then some others, they will be with us. But whatever time you make, the recording will always be available for you.
Yes, thank you.
Now, yes, please. Hello?
Thank you for recording. This is Surendra.
Yes, yes. All right, fantastic. So I'm done with my part. So I'm going to ask one of my very good captains, Wes. Captain Wes is here with us. He is the technical specialist. You understand that I do not partake in matters that I don't have a lot of experience in. And I know some of us are asking the questions of softwares. Benedict, don't worry, the link will be sent to you. My team is checking that. I've noted your name, so don't worry. So I want to invite Captain Wes so that he can take us through how are we going to get these tools of work, and how and when and what is the update. Then after that, Captain Wes, you are going to welcome the other captains so that then they can say hi to these beautiful people that are visiting us today. So Captain Wes, are you in a position to brief us on the tools of work?
Yes, engineer. Thank you.
Yes,
I
please.
hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Good evening to you all from Kenya. I'm Indiana Wesley. For those who we've interacted, I've been the one who has been sorting your issues, and I'm really grateful to all of you, especially Daktari for being so patient and kind. We did that for like 6 hours, and Daktari was so gracious enough. We finished around 1 a.m. So thank you for being very cooperative and assisting me to assist you. So for the rest, we've been doing the same in the course of the day, the likes of Engineer Kevin and the rest. And I'm expecting those who've joined later in the day to reach out in the course of tomorrow, so that by the time we get to Wednesday, you're all sorted. So this is how we normally handle it. Some prefer that I issue instructions, but I came to realize the years of experience that I've been doing this, I realized that I can't issue instructions to you guys because your systems are not the same. And what you might be seeing on the other end might be different from what the other guy sees or experiences. So that's why I prefer to be there and advise, depending on what or how your system will respond with the various licenses. I'm alive to the fact that not all of you have the official licenses. Some have been using the class licenses. Some have all the versions and the likes. And that's why, to make sure that you don't inadvertently end up doing something wrong or breaking your machine, if I might use that term, in the process of getting the software in, I prefer to be there to assist you in the process. So how I do this via a program that we call RustDesk. It's just a remote software, remote assisting software, similar to AnyDesk or TeamViewer. So you can always check them out. I normally ask you to download it for yourself because there's a very cheeky, I won't say cheeky, very stern warning when you're downloading the application that I want you to read before you get to install it. After that, it's easy. You just share the ID with me, and the rest will be handled there. For those who have had the opportunity to assist, can tell us how the experience was, and just to improve it. If it was chaotic, difficult, or if it was easy, just let us know. Just drop a text in the forum so that we use that information to improve the experience for the next participants. Other than that, I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys and making friends out of you guys, and learning from you. You know, those small interactions that we have when I'm installing your softwares are usually enlightening, if I might say. You get to have a small chat with someone and you learn a thing or two from what they do, from their daily works, what they expect, and also share information. And before you know it, your friends, and in future you'll be calling each other to seek jobs or seek other opportunities and whatnot. Uh, that's from my side with respect to the softwares. So for those who are yet to reach out, don't worry, just reach out to me and then I'll guide you through the entire process until you're situated. Now, with respect to the course, I'm glad to see familiar names and familiar faces back with us again. For that, I'm grateful. And as Engineer James has said, we don't take it for granted. It's one thing to just convince someone on the street to come join us, but it's another for someone you who had walked with you in a journey to come again and say that, you know what, I want to sit again here for this conversation. And we truly appreciate that. So we're going to make sure that you have the best experience as we can afford you the best experience to our capabilities, so that you enjoy it and you learn something at the end of the day. And in doing that, I know we'll be assisted with some of our captains whom I'd love to introduce or let them introduce themselves, who are together with us today. I'll start with, let me see who I'll see first. Engineer Nderi, can you say hi to us?
Yes, engineer. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, all. It's a pleasure to be with you here today. My name is Dennis Nderi. I am an engineer from Kenya. As Wes has said, I also see familiar names. So I'm glad to know that I am among friends and I'm about to make more of them. And again, as he has said, it's always a pleasure to see you guys coming back because you guys serve as our testimonies that we delivered, we impacted you, and you had a positive outcome, and you want to get more from us. There's nothing that drives us harder than that. Knowing that we have provided satisfactory learning services to you guys. I'm hoping to network with you guys and get to know each other from a deeper level as we exchange ideas and learn from each other in this broad discipline of engineering. And I'm super excited to know that you guys will be joining us in this journey of drainage design. All I can say is to welcome you to this training. And I'm super positive that we are going to have an amazing time together. Thank you all. And thank you, Wesley, for giving me a chance to speak to our dear participants. That's all from my end.
Thank you, Engineer Nderi. Yeah, that's one of my good colleagues that we've worked together, studied together, and we've been gallivanting in this engineering profession together. Thank you to see you here today again. And then to our colleagues and our neighbor, we have Engineer Alan Okoril. Can you say hi and kindly greet your fellow countrymen?
Yes, good evening, colleagues. I hope I'm loud and audible.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. First and foremost, I'm Alan Okiror from Uganda. For those of us who have done most interaction with RoadSub, I am one of the contact persons. They usually send to help and guide you, especially on the payments part. So for those of us in Uganda, can always reach out, then I guide you, and then you are able to make payments, and then you are able to be onboarded for any of our courses that you're interested in. Yeah, I would also like to use this opportunity to maybe raise it to Engineer James. They are colleagues, I think, from West Africa who like to make payments and they have been having challenges. So maybe you can echo and see a solution for that. I will be mostly interacting, for those of us, I will be mostly interacting in the structure side. The RoadSub now has a structures department that deals with structure design and structure analysis of elements, and then also have programs coming in. That's the bridge design program with box culverts. And then we also currently have a robot that is running, coming up rather, Then there is also Revit that is currently running. So you'll find me mostly on the other side, but for today, since knowledge has to be expounded more, I decided to join the drainage team. I want to wish all of us this time here. Let's put our best foot up front, put in our best, and then be able to appreciate and obtain new knowledge. With that said, I want to wish you a blessed night. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Alan. And I think I have also Engineer Brian Kipruto. Can you say hi?
Hello, engineer.
Hey, you're audible.
I hope I'm audible. So my
Yes, you
name
are.
is my name is Brian Kipruto, one of the captains at RoadSUP. Okay, basically I'm also in the structures department, but for the purpose of learning, I decided to join you guys here. So we'll be learning this together and hope to learn more. So I have no more to say, but we'll be interacting more. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, for that. So we also have Engineer Gatimu, Engineer Abraham, and Iglesias, who are not here with us, but I know they really love to have this meeting with us. And we are grateful. I know that is one sentiment that we'll share together with Engineer Felix Araka. We are grateful to have you here with us because it shows we're doing something and there are people who are appreciating it. All the way from Japan to the US, back to Africa, India, we are grateful and thank you for having us. For those with softwares, kindly reach out as soon as you can. I'll still be assisting you even after this session. Engineer Andrea, if I'm not wrong, I know I'm in your PC right now, so don't go to sleep until we then kindly. And anyone else who is still available, kindly reach out, and then we'll be able to assist you before Wednesday. We just focus on the learning. Thank you, Engineer James. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Captain Wes, Captain Alan, Captain Brian, Captain Derry, and everyone else who has been here with us. I know we'll be leading this program myself and Captain Derry, Dennis Derry. So we'll be your most frequent faces. And thank you everyone again for honoring this call. We take it as an honor. And therefore, I'm wishing you all the best in this course. We are also ready to give you a very good experience as you close the year. So thank you very much. I'm wishing you a fantastic night. Until Wednesday, stay safe. And of course, set your goals clearly. I'll be giving more resources in the course of tomorrow before we meet on Wednesday to make sure that we are all settled. So thank you so much. Asanteni, that's what you mean in Kiswahili. Yes, please.
I dropped a question in the chat, but I haven't yet get an answer.
Okay, what is your question, please?
So I wanted to know, during the training, will we work on underground or open channel drainage network?
We'll work on both.
On both?
Yes.
Okay. And also, I wanted to know, because I wasn't here from the start to the end, and I wanted to know, during the training, will we work on, I wanted to know what are the different type of software that you will use during the training and their role in the drainage design process?
Oh, okay. We are going to use Info Drainage, EpaSwim, and of course, Autodesk Civil 3D, Spatial Manager, and Google Earth Pro. The recording is there. You can just, I'm sharing it after this, so you can just quickly go into that so that then we don't keep everyone here. Or
Okay,
you can
thank you.
actually even get in touch with me and we'll have a quick call, okay? Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
All right. So I've shared my personal contact there in the chat box. So please hit me up and then we can be able to pick it up from there, okay? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So I'm wishing you all a fantastic night. Until Wednesday, take care of yourself. And again, as we said, set your small goals here and there as you join this program. Thank you very much and have a good night. Good night, everyone.